What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back at it again with our review sessions. Last week we didn't really have time to review from Tuesday, or I think from the 1st all the way to the 3rd, right? So what I'm gonna do now is do a review session on US 100 and US 30. Those are the only pairs that I could manage to analyze and catch moves with that. So what you want to do is review how the week moved. With that being said, we know last week had a lot of fundamentals with the NFP, with non-pay for with NFP, with oil, with OPC meetings, with Mr. Jerome Powell speaking as well. So there was a lot of fundamentals that took into place last week. So yeah, without further ado, let us go into our review session and let us see let us look at the things that let us look at the opportunities that were taken and not taken last week, and let us see the lessons that we could have learned from all of this, right? So as you could see, let's actually go to our daily. So as you can see from our daily, we pick out our areas of value, right? So as you can see, we did pick out our areas of value. This over here is our big area of value on our daily, which is the break and retest. And as you can see, price has rejected this area. We are expecting price to push up to the upside because it's rejected this area. But with that being said, we'll have to analyze that and look at this the coming week now, right? So with that being said, as you can see, we've got our major zones over here. We've got our major zones. We've outlined our major zones, right? So now what we always have to do is go on our lower time frames and take in-depth analysis of what is really going on the markets, right? So here we go. We're analyzing from the day that we've missed. So let us go on to our 15 minute time frame, because that's our golden time frame that we normally analyze on. And let us go there. So here we go. So as you can see, we showed our areas of value. We got our areas of value, and yeah, from detecting our from spotting our areas of value, then we now can condense it and have like a laser eye focus on what is going on that particular day. So as you can see, on the higher time frame, price is in a ranging formation, but that doesn't take us away from catching nice trading opportunities, right? So as you can see, price on the 30th of November moved up into this price range, right? It's consolidating in this price range. As you can see, we identified our areas of value on a smaller time frame. This is within London session. As you can see, price is bouncing up and down within this range, right? So our golden rule, always what we always do is we wait for price. Obviously, if you don't get opportunity within London session, we wait for New York session, and if you don't find opportunity in London session, we wait for New York session. Sorry, I said it again. Okay, what is our golden rule when we reach New York session? We reach New York session, we let market open, then we make our market, we wait for market to stabilize, and that will determine our entry point, right? So as you can see, here's price at that time. So as you can see, there we go, 4:04, 3, market open. So as you can see, price pushed down to downside, it faked us and it pushed up to downside. So if we had to go onto the low time frame, we were going to be able to catch this trade, right? So we're going to wait for the rejection, push the upside, get a little bit of bullish momentum on the 5 minute time frame. Okay, we'll do that. I wasn't going to go into that, but let us just do that for illustration so everyone can see what I'm really talking about. So as you can see, price broke out, came back in, and there's that 15 minute wait for it to lapse, right? There's a there we go. So the 15 minutes has elapsed, and as you can see, price rejected to come back into this area. So what we're going to do is take a long position. We were probably going to enter after this candle, so we saw that, whatever the case may be. Then we were going to most probably enter at this area, right? So there's going to be the risk to reward ratio. and as you can see, we're going to put our stop loss just below that, the previous low of this candle, and yeah, this was going to be our trade. So because we were trading closer to an area of value or a higher time frame, what we could have also done was wait for price to get to this area and see what it does when it gets to this area. And as you can see, price got to this area, faked out, came back down, retested. As you can see, rejection 1, rejection 2, and this was going to be a very nice trade if you did catch it, and if you did follow your rules. You can see the short position. This was how it was going to be. Obviously we're going to enter on an impulsive entry. Our stop loss is going to be there. Our impulsive entry was most probably going to be down there, and as you can see, this is a very big move that happened yesterday. So this is very nice. This is a very big move that happened. So yeah, with that being said, let us move on to the next day. And as you can see, as always, we always identify our area of value. And as you can see, we've identified our areas of value. We found our minor support and resistance on the lower time frame, which is, I would say, our smaller SNR on the 1 hour. And remember, this is on a higher time frame. So as you can see, during London session, this is how price played around. We played within this range. So what we always do, obviously, is that we wait for market to open. If we didn't catch trades earlier on in the day, we wait for market to open. So as you can see, we're reaching close to market open, and we always wait our 15 minutes to see if we're going to enter a trade or not, right? So as you can see over here, price at half past, it pushed down, played around, and we got to this level. So what we were waiting for is, because it broke this area, we were waiting for the retest, the rejection of this zone, and a bearish momentum. But as you can see, that did not happen. So what we were waiting for is for price to break up and retest the zone. But remember, the rule that you always have when you're trading closer to an area of value or a higher time frame support and resistance, we wait for price to get to that level and see what it does at that zone. So as you can see, price got to the zone, it rejected the zone, and this is where you're going to wait for the break. So there, and we wait for the retest, right? And as you can see, short position. So we got price to break up, retest, rejected the zone, push to the upside, got to this area. We waited for the price to reject, showing bearish momentum. As you can see, bearish momentum. Waiting for that little bit of a retest. As you can see, price retested and bearish momentum again, and that's where you want to enter into your trade, and you want to put your stop loss just above there and take this risk to reward ratio, because we didn't know that price was going to go lower than this, because remember, the data below over here has not been printed as yet, right? So with that being said, you're going to most probably hold the trade, and if you did hold the trade and you hold it all the way down to the downside, this is going to be a very nice trade for you to get into, right? If you even held it for even longer, as you can see, this trade was a very nice trade. What time was this? Yeah, this trade would have been a very nice trade for you to be at, right? Okay, now we're going to move on to the next day. And like always, what do we always do? We wait for our retest, right? I mean, we find our areas of value, right? So as you can see, we found our area of value, support and resistance, and as you can see, London session, this is how price played out. So as you can see, did not find any trades within this zone. Yeah, we were waiting for price to get to our area of value first before we entered into trades. And as you can see, price played around, got to this area over here, broke out, waiting for the retest, but remember, it's getting closer to half past, so we don't enter trades when we're closer to half past. So we were waiting for price to play out and see what it does, right? And as you can see, there we go, we got price, and price just pushed to the upside, right? Pushed to the upside, and yeah, personally I was waiting for the break, retest, and remember, as you can see, it got all the way up here, so I was waiting for this retest over here. As you can see, but as you can see, it broke down, retested the zone. It was just very messy for me, and yeah, I left this trade and didn't get into the trade because it was very confusing for me. Didn't know what direction the price was going. But for other traders, they most probably took opportunity of these trades, and yeah, it wasn't bad trades to get into, right? As you can see, price broke below this point. If you were going to take the price like that, sorry, you want to do that, and yeah, it wasn't a bad trade to be in at all. But yeah, that's not a trade that I would have entered. And as you can see, the next day price printed out the same, was playing within the same range as previous day. Like we always do, find our areas of value, support, resistance. As you can see, it faked out. During London session, price is playing within the zone, and what we're doing is we're waiting for that off for bar, right? So as you can see, price was playing within this area. We got to our half past mark, and as you can see, price pushed to the downside, right? So we weren't going to enter here because remember our 15-minute rule, and price is going to be in the middle of nowhere over here, right? So what we were waiting for is price to break the zone and retest, and as you can see, price broke the zone and it retested the zone, and this is where we're going to take our entry, right? The rejection of that zone. And as you can see, it's a short position, sorry, and that was what we were going to do. Stop loss like that. It was going to be impulse entry, and we were just going to put it there, and yeah, we want to ride price to the zone right like that. And this is a very nice trade to be. This was on Friday, right? Oh yeah, so no wonder price was very messy and it moved big. It was because of NFP news and all of that. So NFP faked, as you can see, NFP pushed, it faked out to this side, rejected the zone, because remember NFP comes out at earlier, it comes out at 9, and this is market open over here. So as you can see, the NFP numbers were bad, and yeah, as you can see, this is how it printed out. So yeah, with that being said, this would have been a very nice trade for you to get into if you did hold it for quite some time. As you can see, it's a very nice point. It's 2,870 pips. Yeah, so that's not too bad at all. So the next pair we're going to go into is US30, and yeah, we're going to speak about US30 and see how US30 moved last week. Sorry, this thing is lagging. So the next pair is US30. Sorry for all this double over here. My computer was lagging, so I drew it again, and it happened to reload everything again whilst I was printing. So yeah, that's why it's double. So anyway, here we go. We've got US30, and yeah, let us go in and let us see what happened throughout the week, right? So we're not going to explain it from the first day of the week or the second day of the week. So that's how it printed out. That's 30th, that's the 30th over here, and yeah, okay. So we're going to explain it from, sorry, we're going to explain it from here, right? So as you can see, here's US30 on the 1st of December, on the 30th, sorry, of November, and as you can see, we've identified our area of value, and yeah, this is our price played out during London session. So what we were waiting for is for price to break above and retest, or break below, retest, and push to the downside or push to the upside, right? And as you can see, this is what price did earlier on in the day. It broke out of this area of value, and obviously it came, not obviously, it came down and it retested the zone at market open, right? So like I've been identifying, like we saw in US 100, when price is approaching a higher time zone area of value, we must be wary and decide whether we're going to enter the trade or we're going to wait until it gets to that area of value and decide whether we're going to go in or not, right? So as you can see over here, with the wiser decision was going to be either way, right? if you took the long position, this is how it was going to play out, which is not a bad move at all, especially with US30. US30 does pay very handsomely, but as you can see, yeah, there we go. And that was going to be your trade, right? Or you could have waited until price got to this level, and as you can see, price got to this level, faked out, and as you can see, the bearish engulfing candle signifying that price is going to move to the next move to the opposite direction, or it's going to cause a reversal, right? And as you can see, price pushed down, got back into the zone, and formed the retest, right? So this is where we're going to take our impulse impulse sell position. We're going to enter there. We're going to enter, just do this a little bit. So you want to enter there, and yeah, this is how price is going to play out. You want to push it all the way to the downside, and yeah, quite frankly, if you just held this trade throughout the whole, if you just were patient with this trade and just held it all the way till market close, you are going to get paid very handsomely as well with this trade. So it's all about patience with this game, and you'll get rewarded very nicely. So as you can see, price did break this barrier over here, right? Price broke this barrier, and as you can see, it formed a retest of the zone. So if you have to go back, would probably see this as a respected value, right? A respected zone, sorry. So as you can see, like always, we found our area of value, and price was trading in between the zone, right? So price was trading in between the zone. So what we were waiting for was the break and retest of a zone, the break and retest of a zone, and the push to the upside, or the break and retest and push to the downside. And as you can see, during London session, there was no trade setups that I was going to go into, but yeah, it was trade setups that other people would have seen. But personally, I won't go into trade. I had to follow my rules, and yeah. So as you can see, in London session, there was no trades to follow. But as you can see now, as we're approaching our market open, this is how price played out. Came down, it retested this area of value, our support, rejected it, and pushed it upside. So now remember our 15-minute rule, wait for 15 minutes for market to settle to show us a clear direction. As you can see, price pushed the upside. So what we were waiting for is we were waiting for our retest. Price pushed down, I wasn't happy with that retest. Price pushed down, I wasn't happy with that retest. Price pushed down again. So I was quite happy with this retest, but I was thinking that price is going to come back down and do a reversal. But as you can see, price pushed down and formed a tweezer bottom over here. But as you can see, price pushed down, price came down to this area again. And if you have to go into our 5-minute time frame, on our 5-minute time frame, this is how price looked. So it went down, pushed down, rejected the zone. So now I was waiting for a bearish momentum, right? As you can see, price got there and came back up, and this is where we're going to take our impulsive buy, right? So break, retest, bullish momentum, and that was what we're going to take, right? Which is also a very, very, very beautiful area of value. So that was going to be the risk to reward ratio with this trade, and this side was going to play out. So if you were in this trade, it was going to pay you very handsomely and very nicely, right? Next pair that we're going to move on to is not next pair, sorry, the next day. As you can see, our area of value, price is playing and bouncing in between our support and resistance zone. It's ranging within those zones. As you can, this is the NFP there. So what we're waiting for is price to break up, retest, push to the upside, or break below, push to the downside, and push to the downside. So as you can see, price got to the half 4 mark, I was watching this price, I was watching this pair actually with NLP. We didn't participate in it, but yeah, I did see price battling to break this zone, and I was just waiting for price to get to this level. So as you can see, we waited for market to settle down, and the price came down. If you go into our lower time frame, we'll get nice. So as you can see, price break down like it, and it pushed back up doing some sort of retest. So that's where we're going to put our impulsive buy, sell, sorry, impulsive sell, not buy. We're going to enter around about there, and as you can see, we're going to put our stop loss there, and this was going to be our risk to reward ratio. So it wasn't bad. So we're going to be trading within our area of value trading zone, right? And yeah, this is our price spread out. And yeah, last week was very nice moves and very big moves. I'm expecting the markets to also be played out nicely next week, and the following week. That's when I'm expecting prices to, the market to settle down a little bit. But we will review what's going on in the markets like always. And yeah, hope you guys got value from this review session. Sorry it was a bit too long. Yeah, I hope you guys got value as usual from these videos, and please let me know what you'd like me to add into these videos and what lessons you've learned from this video. With that being said, cheers, and we'll check you guys on the next review session. Goodbye for now. Cheers.